So I'm sitting there. It's the end of the fourth quarter, and we're destroying the Knicks. I mean, it's not even remotely competitive. And the last thing I remember seeing is Claxton did something really, really cool in the beginning of the fourth quarter. I think it was Claxton. I can't even remember, to be quite honest with you, but I closed my eyes for like 2 seconds. I said, I'm just going to take a little blink, see, just a little blink, just a little blink. And the next thing I know, I hear someone on the TV saying, LeBron with the tomahawk. And I'm like, yo, what happened? I fell asleep. Have y'all ever witnessed a blowout so egregious that you actually fall asleep? I did. Like a track off of ONIFC by Wiz Khalifa, I fell asleep 1,000%. This blowout was so not competitive that it couldn't even keep me awake. After a long day of work, I'm going to be honest with you, there was no way I was staying up that whole game. So I can't tell you what happened in the fourth quarter because I fell asleep. The only thing I know is that we won. And something that needs to be said, that I'm saying for the 9th time in a row now because we've beaten them 9 consecutive times. The first couple times I've said it, it's been in a mocking way. But this time I mean it 1,000% seriously, with no sarcasm, no irony, no backhandedness. This isn't tongue-in-cheek. I legitimately mean this from the bottom of my heart. The only one who takes this rivalry seriously is Knicks fans and the media, for some strange reason. It is not a rivalry in the slightest. Maybe when the Knicks become more competitive, this can be something, but we have beaten them 9 consecutive times in a row. And with all the turmoil that we're going through, with all the shenanigans that we're under, with all the pressure that's being applied, on applications, I write pressure because that's what I apply. Pressure apply. Sorry. It's comical that we still beat them by however much it is we won by, because again, I fell asleep. That's my fault. But this is not a serious rivalry. This is just another game. Like, seriously, when I got home from work, I didn't even know who we were playing. I just knew the game was on ESPN. And I turn it on and I see Stephen A screaming about something, and I'm like, oh, it's against the Knicks. Oh yeah. Like, I think I alluded to it at the end of yesterday's video, but it wasn't like on some like, oh, I'm like circling the calendar day, like, oh, and then we got to play the Knicks. It was like, oh, who do we play next? Oh, yeah, the Knicks. But we should win that game. Like, nobody takes this seriously but Knicks fans, I promise you. So hopefully somebody believes us. Maybe for all 3 Nets fans out there, hopefully people believe us when we say we don't care. We do not care. It's not that serious. Nobody takes it. Was just another game. This was just another game. And if anything, I was more into the fact that Jacque Vaughn is our head coach, more so than, oh, we're going to beat up on the Knicks. It's just not competitive in the slightest. And maybe when it is, we'll take these games more seriously and treat it like a rivalry. But a rivalry involves people going back and forth. We have beat them 9 times consecutively. I don't think that's not Sonic and Knuckles. Excuse me. That's, well, yeah. In 3, but that's not Shadow and Sonic. That's just, I don't know, that's like if Sonic beat up Tails for no reason or something like that. Like, that's like little bro type stuff. That's not a rivalry. I'm sorry. And someone needs to say it. Hopefully I can be the adult in the room. I'm sure all the Knicks fans in the comments are going to say quite the opposite, but I don't care. It's just another game to me personally. Maybe other people at Nets Republic are going to get some jokes off because it's fun to troll Knicks fans. But for me personally, this is just another game. Now that monologue's out of the way, I will talk a little bit of trash. Julius Randle, what are you talking trash to Kevin Durant for? What's the reason? What's the purpose? Why? Just leave him alone. Like, you know he's going to drop 80 on your head. Speaking of which, let's check the box score because I fell asleep. I didn't get a chance to see what was going on, so let's investigate. Going over to the app. While I'm going over to the app, are y'all happy with Jacque Vaughn being our coach? I am. You know I am. I've been screaming for that for quite some time now. Let's just let it be. He did a good job in a bubble. Let's just carry it over to real life. So I'm happy with the hiring. Some of y'all might not be, but I'm happy with the hiring. Let's check out what we got here. Box score. Claxton had 12. Sweet. Kevin Durant had 29 points, 12 assists, and 12 rebounds. That's a triple-double again on the Knicks' head. And he shot 10 of 19. That's pretty good. Joe Harris had 10. That's not bad. Royce O'Neal had 6. Figured he'd have more. Sumner had 18. I believe that. I believe that 1,000% because he was playing his tail off. I'm not going to lie to you. Wow, Seth Curry had 23. That's pretty good. Everyone seemed to play pretty well. I'm here for it. As far as the numbers and the box scores go, everyone seemed to play pretty well. It was really a situation of, and this tends to happen every time we play the Knicks. There's always some type of turmoil going on. Like when we have everyone healthy, it's a close game and Julius Randle gets mad and flips a chair. But if there's some kind of turmoil or dysfunction about, it's Kevin Durant and the kids, and they're just blowing the Knicks out. And that's basically what happened this time again. Like, normally we play the Knicks after we make a trade or something like that, and the team is buried and there's no one left. But this time, we were just minus Mr. Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons has been coming off the bench as of recent, but that's neither here nor there. But KD would get doubled, he would pass it out to an open shooter, and voila. Or Kevin Durant would hit a shot, and the Knicks wouldn't be able to do their thing where they get the rebound and push the ball down court because KD don't miss. So they didn't really have an opportunity to do any of that. Sumner was pushing the pace. Was pushing the pace. Almost said pushing the base. Was pushing the pace and basically doing what Ben Simmons was doing in the beginning of the season. Well, in the beginning of the second half of preseason, where he was pushing the fast breaks and getting the ball out there, and if it couldn't happen, he would just lay the ball up himself. Obviously, Claxton's playing well. Everyone's looking for him. That's important. Joe Harris is starting to hit shots, so that's great. Seth Curry, out of nowhere, starts hitting shots. That's amazing with his really high arcing shot. I don't even know if my hand's in the camera, but his really, really high arcing shot he does, spraying it over Fournier. Really, really good stuff. It was a good team win. And it made us look really, really good. Until you remember it's the Knicks. So it's like we pat ourselves on the back for beating up the Knicks. But it's a win, and I'll take it. I think we've won 5 games now, so shout out to us. My bet is still not quite in danger. I said we won't make 10 games before Thanksgiving. We got about a week. We got about a week and a half to see how that works out for us. But I think we've gotten to 5 games now, so shout out to us. Who do we play next? Let's check that out. It was just an overall good team win. There wasn't really one specific thing that we did. And again, it's just another game. I don't care that it was the Knicks. It's just another game. Let's see, who do we play next? Next we play... Oh, God. So our next game is not only at 4 p.m., so expect a late video from me, but it's against the Clippers in LA. Ugh. Well, I hope everyone had a good time winning. Hope everyone had an excellent time. This was fun. What we did tonight was fun. Maybe I should have been a little bit more animated this video because, oh boy, West Coast trip playing the Clippers. Oh boy. Well, hope everyone had fun. See you Saturday night.